property rights. Our court has a reputation as being a moderate court in comparison with other courts in the United States. The United States Chamber of Commerce, in its most recent study and ranking of courts, ranked Iowa 4th and 5th on the basis of overall fairness and impartiality, and its standing in relation to the courts of other states. It's not a court out of control. It is a very modest court, most of its decisions being decisions that are very much mainstream decisions. But a court can't choose what cases it hears. It hears cases that have high emotional content, like the Varnum case, when they're brought to the court, and the court has no alternative other than to decide them. And this is not a case where it is up to the Supreme Court to send a statute back to the legislature to be corrected. The role of the court was to determine whether that statute was void or not. The court made that decision. There was nothing to send back to the legislature. It is not the court that makes the decision whether or not the Constitution will be amended. That is a decision which is made by the General Assembly or the people of Iowa.
As long as we're having a discussion, I don't know if we're on a time debate or not. The court shouldn't be about mainstream decisions. The court should be about the Constitution. Plain and simple. It's not about what's in the mainstream. That's why I have such a problem with this court, these 7 justices who said, we're going to hold Iowa's Constitution up to an evolving standard with each generation. They don't get to evolve our Constitution. Only we the people get to evolve the Constitution. Who made them the rulers of us? That they get to evolve it? No, it's we the people who get to amend the Constitution. An activist court is one when they have a ruling you don't agree with. Let's play this out. There was a guy in Illinois one day who was going about his business, and a court determined that slaves are property. And he said, I can't live with that. And he ran for president. And Abraham Lincoln became president. And when he became president, he issued the executive order of his day called the Emancipation Proclamation, which led to the 13th Amendment, which led to the freeing of slaves. There, President Lincoln held a court in check.
While you're thinking, in 1839, the Iowa Supreme Court, which was in the territorial court, held that a slave from Missouri in Iowa was not property, and that person, that he should be a free person. That was 30 years before the United States Supreme Court dealt with the same problem. And once again, this court in Iowa was way ahead of the curve in civil rights.
It was, time out. I mean, I understand what you're saying, and thank you for interrupting my pause. It was for effect.
Really dramatic.
What the court did, the court was affirming right where the people of Iowa were. The people of Iowa aren't here. And so the people of Iowa, the voice isn't heard. I was interviewed by a national news organization. The host of a national news organization said, Bob, I traveled the country. I'm telling you right now, the people of America are confused about what happened in Iowa. I mean, I think most of you, whether you agree with the opinion or disagree with the opinion, on April 4, 2009, you woke up, you went, what? What happened? I mean, whether that was a good what or a bad what, but it was a what happened? And I told this news host, I said, it's not just the people around the country that are confused about what happened in Iowa. Iowans are confused about what happened in Iowa because they had no voice on the issue. Their elected representatives weren't heard. The people of Iowa weren't heard. 31 other states have voted on this issue. Even California, the state that put Barack Obama in office, that same year they voted to uphold one man, one woman marriage. But this court decided, we'll take the voice of the people away. But now we have the justices and the Chief Justice saying a constitutional amendment's the way you should go. Well, why didn't you tell us that on April 3? and say, we'll hold up everything, put it to a vote. What do you want? Because we're declaring this legislation void. No. Iowa will be a same-sex marriage state. All 99 counties will follow suit. We've got no executive authority, but we're taking it anyhow. We have no legislative authority, but we're taking it anyhow. And you guys just go ahead. But the process is, they like to esteem the process. The process also includes retention. It also includes retention. And I think that's why the people of Iowa are going to come out in force on November 2 and vote no on activist judges, because of the dangers it holds for all our freedom.